If you struggle with improving your mobility, here are 3 simple steps that you can implement today. The first step is to do some type of soft tissue work. This can be foam rolling or lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, but you want to use this to calm down the muscle that's hypertonic or very tense, which is limiting your ability to move through a full range of motion. The way that you can implement this into your program is to do 1, maybe even 2 minutes of soft tissue work at the beginning of your warm up. And you want to do this on the specific area that you feel the most tension, that's pretty tender to that foam rolling, to that lacrosse ball or tennis ball. And then once that dies down, then you know you've made some change there. This is just gonna allow the rest of your warm up to be way more effective because you can actually get into those ranges of motion that you need to. The second step is to perform dynamic mobility. Now, dynamic mobility may sound fancy, but all it is actually doing specific movement patterns. So just doing a squat, just doing a lunge, just doing some type of press or some type of pull. But you're doing it with the intent to improve your mobility instead of the intent of performing that actual movement. And then the final step is your specific movement prep. So the specific movement prep is only if you're doing squats that day, just like we said with the goblet squat, you're gonna go into your squat movement. So you're gonna go into your back squat or your front squat or your overhead squat. So with that, now you're gonna take more time. You're gonna use lighter weights. You're gonna be slower with your movement, with your tempo. So maybe a 3-second lower, maybe even a pause in the bottom, and then slow and controlled on the way back up, but it doesn't have to be too slow on the way back up. But the reason why this is important, because you calm down the hypertonic or the tissue that is very tense. So now you can get into a deeper squat. You did a specific dynamic squat prep that allowed you to get into that deeper range of motion and coordinate that so it sticks. And then now you're doing your specific movement at a lighter load, so that way no extra compensations come into play when you're just trying to jump to a heavier load that prevent you from allowing that range of motion you just gained to translate over into your squat pattern. And then you just gradually work your way up to your working weight. And you want to consistently do this routine throughout the week. You don't want to just get that new range of motion and then change things up. You want to consistently do that. And the more consistency you have with that, the less you'll have to implement maybe the soft tissue work, or the less time you'll have to spend with the soft tissue work, because your body isn't as tensed up. It knows what to do, and it's not protecting the joint from unnecessary stress from either weak inhibited muscles or muscles that are very tight. And there you have it. And you can use that strategy for any joint in the body. It could be the shoulder joint, it could be the ankle joint, it could be the hip joint, but you can use it for any joint in the body. But you just have to follow that specific sequence of calming down the super tight tissues, and then doing dynamic mobility drills, and then doing your specific movement prep. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.